Good evening. My name is Lynne Foy-Couche, and I want to thank you all for coming tonight. We have had such an adventure this year. You've heard a little bit about some of the stories of all the having to rehearse at a place we're not used to rehearsing. And we just wanted to, first of all, tell you, because we have a lot of parents in the audience, that this is one of, and we've had some amazing groups of musicians over the years. I've been doing this for 25 years now. We've seen amazing people come through here. But as a whole, band, orchestra, and choir, this is one of the sweetest groups we've had. We keep hearing every adult say, they're so nice, they're so sweet, they're considerate. So parents, good job. Give yourselves a round of applause right now. We are proud of you. I hope you heard them. They were applauding too. First of all, I'd like anyone who is an alumni, who is not in the program right now, but an alumni of this Jenny Lin program, to please stand. Some of them in the orchestra here, stand if you're an alumnus. Okay. Anyone out there in the audience? Thank you. Now, if you have ever been a conductor or a music director for this program in the last 25 years, please stand. Hi, John's over there. I'm one of those too, so thank you. We've had over 10 different conductors that have worked diligently, and we've had the group we have right now for a pretty stable few years. So we're very lucky, though, in all the staff we've had. And some of them that are not here tonight, they're just too numerous to mention, but we wish they could be with us, especially Jack Hooters, who was her orchestra teacher, Jenny's orchestra teacher, who was wanting to be here with us tonight, so we're hoping to see him next year. We also have a lot of parents, volunteers, who have volunteered. We'd like you to stand. If you did any job for us this time, parking, anything helping tonight, please stand, be recognized. With more than 300 musicians who are really sweet, but don't always know where to go or what to do, we have to keep them safe, and we have to run this was a scary parking lot here. We had a very small parking lot. And you guys did such an amazing job. We would not have this program without the parent volunteers. And some of us, I was the youngest 25 years ago. Some of us are aging out. That means we look to you for new leadership. We would love to see new volunteers join the crowd. Everyone says I do too much already, and I agree with them. Let's get some other people in there to help us out. So if you have a heart for it, you let us know. We would love to have you join us in any way that is possible for you. You've heard from a couple people already, and about especially our special relationship with the school district. One of the things that we've done over the years with the school district is the Jenny Lin Viola, and usually we present it at this concert, but this year we're starting a new program. We're going to start making sure that it's with someone who needs it and will appreciate it through the school year. And we're going to start with Canyon again this year. And Ms. Heidi Doms, Heidi, would you stand for us? She will be administering it and figuring out who will be using it. And then she will announce it at the winter concert. But it is here on stage, which seems very appropriate. I believe you heard from Ms. Pat Lee a little bit about our special world premiere of From Darkness, Joyful Sounds Are Born. And Mr. Richard Meyer did come. I wrote some of this in the program for you, but he came and did a clinic for us. And I was a music educator. I'm a science educator now, and I haven't seen that much. But the other music educators that came and watched all agreed. It was an amazing experience for us, let alone your kids, to get to have a working composer who is gifted, work with them and develop the piece. So what's very wonderful is he wishes he could be here. He really was torn. He wrote this uniquely, and you'll read a little bit about it, but it was very important to him to have a little bit of audience participation. And I think you'll know when it happens, but don't be afraid. sing out, clap out, whatever they're sort of asking you to do. Be part of the experience, because that is what Jenny was like, and that would make Jenny happy. So we're going to invite you to do that after the second piece of the orchestra. And one last thing, we would like to make a mention of a couple people. They've probably been mentioned before tonight, but we're actually going to do a little something special tonight. The Jenny Lin Foundation Board is really wanting to acknowledge a couple people who have been instrumental in getting us where we are. Ms. Lee already told you a lot about Mr. George Granger, I think she mentioned. He was our MC until 2011, had to move to Oregon for a while, but he'll be back. He joins us tonight for this 25th anniversary, and we are just so appreciative of not only his advice, but his sage advice, but his willingness to help and step in. He's helped us become smart about fundraising, because we're not very smart about that. We do Jenny's jewelry, and he's saying, well, you're going to go for the corporate funding, let's make this work, and he's right. And so we want to thank him, acknowledge him, and tonight I'm going to ask Mr. John Lin to come out and help the board, the Jenny Lin Foundation Board, present to Mr. George Granger for all of our appreciation. We would like to make him an honorary board member of the Jenny Lin Foundation Board. Please give a huge round of applause for Mr. George Granger. Please give a round of applause for them. So George, the first board meeting is done. Honorary board. I'm good at board meetings. He knows that. We wondered if you would like to say a word or two.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank the Lynn Foundation and everyone who's been involved in this concert over the last 25 years. I think one of the most remarkable things about this concert is that it has taken on a life of its own. It started under very difficult circumstances, but at this point it is a very positive experience. And I've had the pleasure of meeting really hundreds of musicians who participated in this concert over the years. And the energy and the devotion and the love that comes through this process is apparent throughout. And the opportunity to provide students with 6 weeks of musical education that leads to tonight's concert is always impressive. And I know that tonight, as in every other year, you're going to love the experience. So thank you very much.
Now I've been told to be briefed by our next recipient. I'd like to mention, she was mentioned definitely by Ms. Pat Lee, but without this lovely woman, we would not even be in this theater. She sat down with Dr. Susan Sperling and helped us forge out an agreement so that we could afford to be here. We are a free program, and we could not afford this beautiful theater if we didn't partner with Chabot College. So again, we need to thank Chabot College, but without this beautiful woman, Gail Steele, who used to be the county supervisor, she's a retired county supervisor who's worked diligently. You heard about the work that she's done with violence against children, and I'm just going to be really brief because she wants to get this thing and be done. We would like her to become also an honorary board member for the Jenny Lin Foundation. Please give me a warm welcome for Ms. Gail Steele.
Beautiful. I can't say thank you enough to Lynn, but the real thank you here goes to the Lynn Foundation, the Castro Valley School District, and I do appreciate the support from Chabot College, because this is the greatest program in Alameda County. Thank you.